I'm Bambi Francisco for Vader TV, the network for innovators, and I'm speaking with James Chong. He's the founder and CEO of Wigix, which stands for Want It, Got It Exchange. James, thank you for joining us, and congratulations on the launch.
Thank you, Bambi. Thank you for having me.
Want It, Got It Exchange. So you're a marketplace. It looks, when you look on your website, it looks a little bit like eBay because you've got, well, no listing fees, but basically it's a place where you can buy and sell stuff. So why did you create this exchange? How is this different from eBay? And I guess what was the pain point in this whole trade, buying and selling of items?
Sure. We're a lot more than just a marketplace, number one. And I think one of the key inspirations for us is in the last 10 years, the whole consumer-to-consumer marketplace, the whole customer experience has really been pretty stagnant. It has all the right condition for an innovation. And in our case, I believe Wigix.com is that innovation. By leveraging technologies from the financial market, those technologies have been battle tested by all the stock markets in the world. Mm-hmm. We are able to build a consumer-driven, tightly integrated, open marketplace. Mm-hmm. Very much like your stock market for stuff. Mm-hmm. And in that case, we are able to give transparency and liquidity that your regular eBay marketplace cannot give you.
You can't get the transparency and liquidity that the eBay marketplace can give. What's wrong with eBay? Why isn't it illiquid? eBay is a marketplace where it's a closed market, so to speak, because you have to pay listing fee to have your items listed on eBay. Sure.
So as a result, think about it. If you have room full of stuff, are you going to list your room full of stuff on eBay? Probably not, because it will cost you money to list on eBay.
Sure.
So you will only list stuff that you intend to sell, which is what we call the active seller.
Right, right.
You will only list stuff that you want to sell on eBay. So as a result, you are really not seeing a lot of the inventory in the world.
Sure.
Everybody has room full of stuff, and you're just seeing a minute percentage of it.
So then how do you get rid of the reason why they charge people is because they want people who seriously want to sell. So how do you get rid of the garbage? If you allow everyone to sell everything that's in their attic or garage, mm-hmm. then you really have to filter through a lot of stuff.
I think one of our biggest innovation is our ability to open up the market to what we call passive seller. Now, by passive seller, let me give you a real-life example. One of the examples that we like to use is, say, for example, you have a Apple iPod first generation, the mm-hmm. Mac-only version, that you have since decommissioned to the bottom of your drawers, mm-hmm. and it's been sitting there for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Now, by entering it into your portfolio on the Wigix marketplace, you're not saying you're selling it, you're just saying you have one of those things. Now, the whole bid-ask model, the whole NASDAQ-style bid-ask model, the beauty of it is when there's an order for mm-hmm. one of those items,
sure.
the first generation Apple iPod for Mac only, we'll let you know. You'll be notified about the existence of an order for that. Uh-huh. So it's up to you. Hey, that piece of equipment's been sitting in the bottom of your drawer for the last 3 years.
Right.
It's worth $50.
Right.
Do you want to sell it? Maybe, maybe not. But we give people a chance to see that the stuff that in their house actually are worth some money.
Sure, sure.
And the history in the financial market has really shown that over the last 30, 40 years, if you look at all the markets in the world, the market actually paid people to list on their exchange.
Right.
When you have inventory, you have liquidity. It's very simple. It's a tried and proven scenario.
What's your, you don't have, you just launched, so I don't suppose you have any listings, but what are your plans to go out there and build your marketplace, either the buyers or sellers?
We obviously need to start from the enthusiast of a particular certain categories.
Enthusiast sellers or enthusiast
Enthusiast sellers or enthusiasts that are passionate about certain categories. Watch collectors, wine collectors, your AV forum type users. Once we get the enthusiasts involved, you will generate the attention and traffic to the site, where when we start building the portfolio, that's where inventory start building up.
So you're going to go for wine collectors and collectors of art pieces, or, I mean, it sounds like you're starting sort of the eBay model, go for the enthusiasts who collect items.
Yes,
and
we're going after the collectors that for more what we call skewable items. Okay. As opposed to the collectibles,
sure,
which is more suitable for the auction model as opposed to the whole bid-ask model.
Where do you see the overlap between your customers and eBay's customers, or your sellers and their sellers?
I think there's going to be a significant amount of overlaps, but there's a big piece of the market that eBays are not addressing that we will be touching.
And what's that?
The passive seller.
Okay.
That they can't touch.
And why are they so valuable, and how much money are you going to make off of them? How many are there, and how do you make money off of them?
Well, it's a very interesting question. If you look at the amount of inventory on eBay, which they average a good number of listing every month, but that's only, I think, it's a small percentage of the stuff out there. Mm-hmm. And when we get the passive inventory, I suspect we will be able to derive a good amount of transaction revenue from that.
And the passive inventory, what does that inventory look like? I mean, it's probably not cars. I mean, people.
No, certainly not cars. I think it's a lot of stuff. Just take a look at your household. You know, all the stuff that you own that you may not think of anything about, and those are the things that...
What do you think the average cost is going to be to sell those, or the average selling price for those items?
It's hard to say. However, we have a very interesting pricing model. For basket size, meaning if the transaction size itself is below $25, we don't charge anything. It's a free transaction.
Okay.
And we charge a fixed cost from $25 to $99.99. So it's truly like a stock market where you can you know exactly how much you're going to pay to do the transaction.
Okay.
That's one of the big advantage of dealing with us, as you have control of how much you're going to spend as far as fee goes.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that your idea could have worked 5 years ago or 6 years ago? Or are there certain things that are happening with behavior, online behavior, consumption behavior, that makes it more something that would
I think
today?
the whole Web 2.0 revolution, if you will, helps a lot, where that gives us the opportunity to build this tightly integrated community into the open marketplace. Mm-hmm. By doing just a plain old marketplace, I don't think it would have worked 5-6 years ago, but with the ability to build a community that's integrated with the marketplace today, that gives us a big leg up on, say, what we could have done if we do it 5-6 years ago.
Oh, okay. So you raised around $5 million earlier this year, your Series A, several million. What's your valuation?
I think we're very happy with the valuation.
Okay. Well, some people share it because they like to. And what about how far does that get you before you get to break even?
Right now, I believe we will be cash flow positive in about 24 to 32 months.
With the $5 million.
The $5 million.
Good. Okay. Well, we wish you the best of luck, and congratulations again. I've been speaking with James Chung. He is the founder and CEO of Wigix. I'm Bambi Francisco.